Today we're making a double chocolate turtle cookie filled with caramel, pecans, and as always, lots of fucking weed. Each cookie's gonna have 40 milligrams. It's gonna be soft and chewy on the outside, and nice and firm on the inside. Strike that, reverse it, show you how to make it. So we got 1 cup of wheat butter, or 1600 milligrams. 1 cup of sugar, both white, and 1 cup of dark brown.
Why are you saying it like that?
Dark brown. So we have a cup of each sugar, a cup of butter, gonna cream it. I see a little butter there stuck to the paddle. Oh yeah, that's a nice soft butter. Gonna cream these together, then we're gonna add 2 eggs, 1 at a time. Got 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'll give the corners a good scrape.
Son of a bitch!
Then we'll mix it. Oh yeah, it should be nice and wet. A little slimy. Delightful. Put that aside. Now we're gonna get our dry ingredients. So we've got 2 cups of all-purpose flour. We've got 1 cup of cocoa powder, a teaspoon of baking soda, and a ½ teaspoon of salt. Stop stealing my whisk. I'm gonna whisk these all together. Nice. Want to see the flour and the cocoa mix? Now we're gonna add the dry to the wet. Little at a time. Little bit. See? Look what you've made me do.
Gaslighting.
I used to get covered in cocoa powder and I'd go to the gym, and then when I sweat, I would smell like chocolate milk.
No one believes that you went to the gym.
I guess my very existence bothered them.
Correct.
That's a moot point.
It's the entire point.
Ooh. A lot of it's going in my nose. I don't have to live like that anymore.
Tell yourself.
Ugh. A mess. It's a really wet dough, so just give the dry some time. Nice and slow, baby.
You're supposed to spill that much?
Oh yeah, chunky dough. Don't start calling me chunky dough, please.
Chunky dough daddy.
Ooh, the dough daddy.
Chunky dough daddy.
No, just the dough daddy.
Chunky dough daddy.
Now we've made a mess. Got all the dry. Look at that thick bitch right there. We got some pecans, and we have some chocolate chips. Gonna add those in. Now you could add like caramel bites, toffee bits, however you want to go about it. We just have some caramel squeeze. Caramel squeeze. Good thing.
Looks like you're lit, so.
Want a generous amount of caramel.
Stop screaming.
A generous amount of caramel. Look at that dough. Now, if it's a little too wet for your liking, you could always add a little bit more flour, a little bit more cocoa, but we want this nice and slutty. We've got about 1600 milligrams of wheat in here, and we want to try to make at least 30, 40 cookies. Really get a lot of bang for a chocolate buck. I like my cookies a little salty, so we're gonna give these edges a scrape here. You could always add a little bit more pecans if you want, a little bit more chocolate chips if you want. You just don't want to overmix this recipe. Want to add a little bit more salt than what we got going on here. Just a nice little pinch. Fill up your whole bowl. Bang, we're done. Let's get them on a tray. Get them in the oven. There's a lot of turmoil behind the set. We're here. You and me. We got 2 greased cookie sheets. We're gonna throw a little pink salt down as we do. We've got our cookie dough made. We're gonna do about a tablespoon. We're gonna do about a fork size worth of cookie dough on each.
1 butter knife.
Oh yeah, daddy-o. I love that.
Chunky dough daddy in the house.
Can I just eat this dough by itself? I'm asking you for, am I in charge?
You're not in charge. Don't eat the dough.
You could eat this dough.
You can't eat the dough.
Not all of it, but definitely not none of it.
Don't eat the dough!
I want to say 30 cookies, maybe a little bit more given the size, but there's 1600 milligrams in here, so I feel like I'm either whispering or yelling.
Yep, I feel that way too.
All right, we got our cookies on the tray. Do a little salt, a little pinch on top. Oh yeah. In the oven at 350 for 11 minutes. Here we go. Spent around 11 minutes in there. They're nice and soft on the inside. You want to let them cool a little bit on the tray after you take them out of the oven for maybe like 5 or 6 minutes, just so they firm up. They are going to be nice and soft. House smells like a delicious chocolate turtle. You ever seen one of those on the side of the road? Ev, you want to come and eat some of these? Because I can't fucking... My self-control has withered to nothing.
So what is a chocolate turtle? Why is that?
A chocolate turtle is a turtle that's indigenous to Africa. It's a melanin thing.
Let's eat.
So inside this cookie is chocolate chips, some pecans, some caramel, a nice little amount of salt on top.
Oh, it's soft and crunchy? How the fuck do you do that? Those are opposite things. Really works some magic here. How many drugs are in them?
Wow.
Those are delicious.
It's so gooey in the middle.
Unbelievable.
A little more pecans, I think.
Wouldn't hate it.
A little bit more pecans, guys.
Doing a little more salt would be nice too.
But we make these mistakes so you don't have to. Mandy shook her head. No more salt.
Salt would be fine. I could use you could do a little more here.
These are about 40 milligrams of cookie. So be careful. Don't eat more than 2 or 3.
That's not possible. I'm gonna eat a lot of these.
Yeah, it's
Like dip these in some milk. Wow.
this is trouble. Troublesome,
I'm concerned.
troubling.
I'm gonna go lay down for a minute with this.
Yeah, good nap is in order. 40 milligrams is not a light dose. So if you could eat 2 or 3 of these, more power to you. But most people just need 1. And this will be the best fucking cookie you ever had. And it will get you super high. What more could you want? It's the Meryl Streep of cookies, the double threat. See you next time.
Streep!
Oh, dear God. So good.